All right, guys, back at Destination Dallas. Charlie is still in town from Dubai, so super excited to get plugged into a leg day. This is something that with Charlie, really great quad development, hamstring development's a little bit behind, so we're going to be talking about a couple different things today. We'll go through a more quad-based session, but you'll hear us kind of chit-chatting about some of his hamstring work as well, maybe testing us a couple things. So a lot to learn from this session. Make sure you guys check it out. We're going to jump into seated hamstring curl first and get rolling. So like when we look at pelvic control and being able to maintain that through hamstring patterns in order to develop good hamstrings, when you have bases of supports that are different, so like the foot issue, it makes a lot of bilateral compound work very hard to get the same stimulus out of. So like hinging for you, I think that's why it's so hard to hinge with control. Like, you know how a lot of like the first 3 months of us working together, I was like, I need a better hinge, I need a better hinge, I need a better hinge. I would like to see, I know we're not supposed to hinge today, but I might have you do a tester just to kind of see, because foot interaction with the floor is the foot interaction with the floor leads you to what the problem is. And when you have differentiating foot interactions with floors, it can lead you down a couple different roads. The reason I might not adjust this up to where you get further into the lengthened position is a lot of people start to get like medial knee pain adductor issues in this plane because they don't stabilize their pelvis well within this movement. Now, it's a machine. You don't have to really stabilize your pelvis that much, but by taking it to this extreme end range here of like full lockout for some people, you get some like rotary components, especially people with movement issues. It's like the number one thing that I see for like medial knee pain is seated hamstring curl overuse or taking the lengthened into range too far. So you could, it's just like what's the goal, right?
Almost like I was doing the lats, like overreaching.
Like you can't tell me that this is not a lengthened hamstring. It's a lengthened hamstring. Maybe it's not like fucking painted to the corner, but you're still loading a lengthened hamstring. Looks good, yeah. I wouldn't change a thing. It might be one of those things where we talk about like how do we get more, how much seated hamstring curl work can we fit in before we start to run into issues?
As in like frequency over a week. Because like this machine I probably like the most out of all of them.
I can tell.
Because it just like, I feel like I can't go anywhere, right? Like
everybody's got that point of like frequency resistance though, so like some people it's like twice a week, which is really low. Like I can't see the hamstring curl twice a week because like I get that medial knee pain like that. But I've got some guys who can do it 3 times a week with no issues.
Well, the same movement pattern. Do you think almost like swap out some of the other, like even if I did like single leg like sometimes and just
such a locked in pattern and you clearly get a lot out of it. Like it's probably the best like hamstring pattern for you that we can probably program. So even if we program variations of it, like you said, like bilateral seated one day, unilateral seated another day, just to fit that volume landmark in, like you're just still driving stimulus. Bias towards lengthened end range is going to be high quality stimulus, so as much of it as we can without injury is ideal. All right.
Nice. 2, 3. Yeah. Nice, Luke. Come on. Strong. And again. One more.
That's it. Quality from the start. Yep. Good eccentric pace. Go. Yep. Go. Go.
Fuck.
Good set though. Heavy.
Yeah. I skipped a warm up, but I thought it'd be alright. It's fine.
Should have taken that last warm up.
Yeah. The first one took me by surprise a bit. 1. Yep. 8.
No. Fuck. God, that hit me quick.
Did you drop the weight on that?
1 pin. I probably should have dropped it 2. It's like when you're dealing with someone that has a body part that is a little bit of a problem.
You can use the word shit if you want, it's fine.
What?
You can use the word shit if you want, it's fine.
When you have someone whose hamstrings are shit, as Charlie would say, and you have a movement that they connect with well, there's 2 things you'll see. They don't really typically think about like the pattern too much. Their gears in their head aren't having to churn to do the pattern, which is like the first thing I saw with you here. The second would be when you see that, you have to double down on it. So that's why like immediately I brought up
this fits.
Let's try to push the frequency here moving forward. See what you're capable of handling, because you're going to get more out of this.
So I don't like the standing single leg bent knee. I fucking hate. Like,
yeah, then just like we'll swap it for single leg here. It'll be more lengthened in range work anyways.
2 more.
Drive.
1 more.
Go. Yeah, that's it.
Do you think that's enough range coming back?
Yeah. The value of this exercise is in here.
Not trying to come like underneath. Yeah. Or in the lengthen.
That's where the value is here, right? I mean, this is good. You should get a contraction, but like.
But it's more that portion to there.
If you stop here versus stop here, like.
Doesn't really make any difference.
I don't want to say it doesn't make a difference, but I don't really care that much.
But if you could load 10-20% more at that.
Yeah. Because like the difference between like this and this, for most people at that point, especially in this, they're not actually doing that. They're just tilting their pelvis. So it's like if you see pelvic tilt, like watch my foot.
Yeah.
See how it moves back? So they're not actually like shortening it. They're just pelvic tilting. So go to where your body lets you here and then.
Nice. 2. 3. Strong. 6. Easy. 7. Strong. Come on. 8. Let's finish it.
That's it. Fuck, man, this is kicking my ass. 2. 9. 10. Yeah.
Rep tempo right?
Yeah. Watch the eccentric pace a bit. Just don't let it get too fast. Again, value in a seated hamstring curls here, right? If you go too fast on that eccentric, you're gonna miss that in range. You gotta let athletes be athletes, right? Like, there's control that has to be there within the transitions to make sure we're not exceeding tissue tolerance and leading into injuries, but we're also not lifting a library either. So, like, own the eccentric, control the transitions, be explosive as you want from there. You're gonna let athletes be athletes, you're gonna see better development over the long term. You're gonna enjoy training more. That's gonna be so much beneficial for the progress than looking like you're dropping a pin in a library every day, you know? So, this is a sneaky good one. Not gonna lie, I typically wouldn't program it here, but for like how you move, it just makes the most sense.
Problem is, if I use a 45, it all like...
Oh, it just goes to shit so fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Still pretty light. We're probably gonna have to put that 100 on. That feel heavy or no?
6, 7 out of 10. 1. Working. Do you intentionally set out the seat?
Yeah. I can't, if I'm here, I can't get here without my pelvis going that way.
Well, underneath you?
Yeah, yeah. So I get like lower back pain and stuff. Basically what it does, it prevents me from like moving pelvic motion in that pattern, which for me, pelvic motion leads to knee pain because like that pelvis moving, it starts to move force elsewhere, and a less stable pelvis is going to be a less stable knee. That's when I ping knees really quickly. That's why on hacks, like I'll never travel in hack squat because all hacks are like slightly different, especially depth-wise. And so like I'd rather safety bar squat than hack traveling. Because like even though I have to control it with a safety bar, I know where that end range is. This is the downfall of being a prep coach. You got people competing this weekend. I've got 3. You gotta respond to people when they send their check-in video. And Justin's looking really good. I'm really excited for what he's got to bring this weekend. So quick in-between set break to send meals to a client. The knees are a little creaky, so we'll see how this goes. Oh man, 230 Luke is such a bitch compared to 260 Luke.
This guy, come on.
Come on.
Easy.
Whoa.
1, yes. 2, strong, come on. Yep. Come on. Strong. Up, power. Yes. One more with me. One more with me. Up, power, on. Up. Yes.
Oh, wow. Forgot how good this piece is.
You said you forgot how good the piece is or how it feels?
Yeah, like how much I love this piece. Typically, I would program this after squatting, but with Charlie's foot, we don't squat first. And also, just making sure that we put him in a position that you can get a quality stimulus too. Because like the squatting first thing for you has never worked.
If I squat, it's lower back and glutes. Like
that's where it's like the one system approach is you just can't do it with people, especially like you. So we'll have this first. It's a little bit closer to the shortened end, but really good pattern.
I just like it because so much knee flexion. That's why I said to you, like I tried it, I was like, this is so much better for me.
So much quad. And to be honest, like for someone who has a foot issue like that, the bottom is where the issue is.
Yeah.
So it's slightly deloads in the bottom.
It feels safer, right?
Where you feel safer. When you feel safer, you can turn your brain off. You're gonna get more out of it.
Yeah.
It's just always gonna happen.
I think you did 13, right?
Something like that. Thought it was 14, but we got video evidence.
I'm gonna get 14 or I'm gonna fucking
Don't
die
bounce
trying.
it. 2, good. 3, 4, less bounce. There you go. 6, come on. Come on. 9, 13, 14, keep going, come on. 15, 16, 17, you got 20, 18, come on, get to 20. 19, again, go again. More. 1. Do you feel like you struggle to keep consistent breathing while you train? Yeah.
Particular higher rep range. Like I feel my muscular system has more, but my aerobic system goes.
Your breathing pattern's not the greatest. It should be like inhale, exhale, like eccentric, concentric. The leg press, you can get away with it, but it's probably part of the reason.
This for me is where it's really important. I pace myself. I have to take like 3 to 5 minutes to go.
This is where I like just jumping back in, and I can't because it's gonna be like 8 reps.
Yeah.
People want to be successful. If you can be successful faster in classic, they're not gonna try to wait to be successful in bodybuilding, right? And like most people don't have the objective analysis to tell themselves or have somebody in the corner to tell them, because most coaches are just trying to put bodies on stage, right? Because it looks good for their business. When in reality, it would look better for their business if the people they put on stage fit the class and achieve to a higher level.
So ironically, you've done the opposite of me. You're like pushing me back.
Yeah, right? Because you're like, when do I get to compete? It's like, let's do it when we're ready, right? Like, I've got enough clients. I can put people on stage. People know that. I only want to put people on stage if I feel like they're going to win.
Easy, Luke. Nice. So, come on. Strong. Easy, and again. Nice. One more with me. One more.
Fuck me, man.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Such a good piece.
What I was saying earlier, though, is to say hamstring curl you were stronger than me on, leg press I'm stronger than you on, you can see the correlation in development versus strength, right?
For most people, yeah.
Do you think that's normal where strength performance follows tissue generally?
Generally, the biggest scenario where I don't see it
Women?
is chest pressing,
Yeah.
because there's so much involved with the mechanics of pressing, and squatting is a skill. So like barbell squatting. Like there's a lot of people who are very efficient squatters who don't have great development. In fact, my training partner used to be pretty good at squatting. Just has no legs. So it's not always, but most of the time, yeah. Partly enjoyment factor too, right? You love training what you're good at.
It's human nature.
Ego stroking.
Oh yeah, it's like I said to you on that business podcast, it's like, you should focus on doing more of what you're good at, right? And you enjoy because you'll probably be really good at it, right? Whereas if you hate squatting, you'll be like, fuck this.
Come on, good reps. Yep, good eccentric pace. Go. Go. Easy. Good, come on. Yep, perfect rep right there. Go. Go, come on. Yep, watch it bounce. There you go, come on.
That's it.
Ooh, that watch the bounce got you.
Yeah, fuck me. Jesus Christ. Quads are fucked. That I just find I put so much tension from my quads on.
Do you feel like you get more in your right quad than your left? Slightly a bit more?
Bit.
So like with that foot, you gotta think about foot pressures, right? You naturally, like most people can't cue big toe down, right? They can't keep mid-foot. You kind of naturally do that with that foot because that's what it just is biased to do. But because of that, your like default position on this side is like slightly out, right? Body likes center of mass and nature. So what I would think about when you're doing bilateral patterns, let this send it. Let the one that's
So
not...
think more about drive for the weaker.
Think about driving that big toe into the ground and staying mid-foot on that weaker side, because it's going to automatically do it on that side. You don't have to think about it there. You're actually going to make it worse if you try to cue it on that side. If you cue it on that side, it'll keep it a little bit more, because your leg pattern is like perfectly rotating femur into the bottom position on the foot with it's excessively pronated. And then because foot pressure's out, you get to like here, and instead of going like this, you go like this.
Rolls out. Oh. Nice. Oh. Yep. Oh. Easy. Oh. Strong, come on. Right, yeah. Oh. Nice. Oh. Again. Oh. 5, yep. Let's go. Oh. Nice. Finish it.
Control. There you go. How's that feel?
Yeah, hard. It feels different with that because it's hard. I feel I can't push my back foot much.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. What do you think what I end up doing is I end up pushing.
sure?
Yeah, I'm on dumbbell. I push a lot through the back foot probably.
That's why I choose it, because people can't. Because if you think about what a Bulgarian split squat is, right? it's literally just the expression of toe off and gait cycle. So like when you're walking, right, and you get to that point where you're toeing off and you land here, all a split squat is toe off on this back foot. So it should be,
Never thought of it like that.
should be toe off on the stance foot. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Drive, 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 drive. Nice. And again. Drive, 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 drive. Yeah.
No. There's nothing like the blood rush after like a set of split squats.
Like that.
So you want your toe actually, there you go. I'm okay if you have to go toe down.
Shoes just don't bend, that's the problem with them as well. I feel it way more on my quad side like that.
Oh, there it is. Up. Nope.
I might try swap to my other shoes because it bends more on the back foot, you think?
I like the forefront on that.
Or do you think just stick with these?
The reason I like those better for you is on that other foot that's like a little off. It's going to create a better stable platform relative to that other foot in those shoes. For most people, I have them take lifters off. For you, I wouldn't because the foot position is more equal. Come on. The rep quality is so high though.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, so
That's why I often find I can fail at that position because it's like,
you might have to recalibrate with a new foot position, but like, and with those, man, like because they don't bend well, like it's okay to toe down if you don't want to like lean.
I find
into
I'm having to do that a bit.
That's fine.
Otherwise, you've got nothing.
That's fine. Opposite side issues, so it'll like go down.
Like here's on fire.
Exactly. So you need to watch it because like the more you tilt, the more moment arm you're adding, but not only in an anterior view, but in a rotary view. You're adding a rotary component to it, which will more likely lead to problems than anything else. Go.
Cramp in my abs. You know, I was having an issue with that. It's like,
It's just the heat. Just haven't been in heat like this.
I was getting this so bad in Dubai though. Like,
Yeah.
when I have to lie on the floor for like 5 minutes, like with like a lacrosse ball or something, trying to get to release.
Be careful of doing adductors with that. If you feel that doing adductors, just leave it. It's not worth
I'll
it.
just do one more set and then.
Yeah.
Because I find since I fatigue, I try and brace my pelvis with my abs, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
You get a lot of people traveling from all over the US competing here, right?
Texas is like a breeding ground for bodybuilding.
So it's probably bigger here than anywhere else in the US.
Here in California. Different though. California is going to be big for like men's physique and bikini. Here's like
Body.
Is that the end of your session typically?
Yeah, I do normally do one more set of adductors with my calves.
I really just want to see you like move through a hinge.
Okay.
I don't want you to load it though, especially with the ab stuff. Like for me, it'd be more like seeing how your foot pressure moves while you're holding dumbbells. So like think about like a load that you would do maybe your first or second warm up with on dumbbells, and let's just like move through it and let me watch a couple things.
Is it like a stiff leg? Yeah.
So with his like foot differences, one of the things I wanted to see in person was translation of foot pressure as he's hinging, because with excessive pronation on one side, it's going to start to move how that pelvis works in hinging. So we need to see like, do we need to change how we drive foot cueing to create similar situations of force into the floor so that the hinge looks more like a hamstring bias hinge versus just like whatever it takes to pick it up and put it down, right? So we're just gonna do some testing on that. Light load, nothing he would work with, but just to kind of get an idea of what that looks like in person. Relax. You see how you're shaking? You've never been there.
But all I did is I started with like that left knee like that a bit. If I come in, it's then, that's where it's like, what the fuck is this?
You've never been there.
That's the answer, yeah.
Let's completely restart.
It's something so basic as well, because literally it's like different to there versus like there. You know, I've always driven, like, twist my feet into the floor.
It's always overcomplicated.
Because I've always almost like tried to twist my feet into the floor to get grip and pressure.
If you want to deadlift more, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
If you want to develop hamstrings, it's not how you do it.
That's an easy solution.
Yeah,
Do you think I start trying to RDL again, but just lighter weight? Like
into
even
the
like
session,
like 2 plates. Like,
into the session where you don't have an ego about it.
yeah.
And you have to control it. Yeah, absolutely.
Even like a plate, just like 15 reps.
Yeah, I would train it with dumbbells.
Okay.
Train,
That actually lets me move more.
train the skill with dumbbells. Translate the skill to barbell.
Start with dumbbell, move up.
Yeah, because if you're learning a new skill with hinging, you want to go down the regression pattern, and you're not. It's going to be harder to feel if you're drifting with barbell versus dumbbell, because like with dumbbell, you'll start to notice like the dumbbells rotate or they'll go one direction. Where like if you need to learn the skill of just that hip going where it needs to go, dumbbell's going to be where you want it. Plus, it's easier to let a dumbbell drift, which when you learn this, the next step is rotating, and rotating means this has to drift. And that's a hard skill in and of itself.
Do you know what's crazy about this whole thing? Is I was looking at that side, but it's the better side that's the problem. Because I think psychologically I'm overcompensating. You don't know what you don't know.
All right, guys. So we just wrapped up legs. What do you feel like was the biggest takeaway that you kind of got from the session?
But what I thought was the problem with developing my hamstrings was actually, so I thought it was my right leg, which is dysfunctional, but it's the left side that's overcompensating.
Yeah.
And as soon as you just adjusted my movement pattern a little bit, it's like the analogy I'd give is like taking a handbrake off in the car. It's like, it then just felt like on.
Yeah, and then now it's kind of like breaking that chain of like what's keeping his development and moving him forward, which is why I like when we can get the opportunity to get in person, taking advantage of sessions like this. So that's a wrap for today. If you have questions, put it in the comments below. We got a ton of content headed your way. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn those notifications on, and we'll see you next time.